on CHUD.com.
Yeah! One more time. What'd you think of the film? Let's hear it. This is a very rare animal that we got a film like this released, so please support it. We are the grassroots for this. We need to kick the ass. I'm not going to name the Expendables or Julia Roberts, but we need to kick some ass. All right. As you see, we have 3 chairs. Let's fill them up with the film's writer-director, Edgar Wright, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell? Let's get Scott Pilgrim up here. Michael Cera! Michael! Let's get the villain of the piece in here. Gideon Graves himself, Jason Schwartzman!
I did a kick that was just a little too high. And my pants, you guys saw The Incredible Hulk. You know when he becomes the Hulk and they just sort of they just rip off him, like somewhere between The Incredible Hulk and like basketball pants that rip off? My pants went from being pants to being some sort of a, what, Michael?
Chippendale style.
Yeah, just but completely gone in my ass area.
It sounds almost like, I feel like just the soundtrack in his head. I mean, young Neil is playing like a Nintendo DS for the entire thing, and Johnny Simmons, the actor, would be playing Legend of Zelda the entire time, and would sometimes get lost in the middle of a take, because he was in the middle of the game.
Michael, Cera, and Jason, I'm fascinated by
the answer is yes.
Whatever you ask. Yes.
I think one of the sweetest things that I remember is that on the last day of the shoot, Michael was wearing his kind of Scott Pilgrim parka in the last shot. And then when we wrapped, he didn't take his parka off, and then he went home in his parka as well. So I just have this image of you going off into the night on the last night of the shoot.
I still sleep in it every night. I shower in it.
I got the opportunity to talk to Quentin Tarantino about how he made Kill Bill. And one of the things he said was 8 weeks minimum for all the actors. I mean, especially actors who haven't done action before. And the irony is with the film is the 2 people who have done action, Chris Evans and Brandon Routh, don't really fight that much. Like, especially Brandon Routh, he doesn't lay a finger on Michael. Like Chris does kind of like 8-week period where we did like a training in the morning with all the cast together. Then they would go off and do their different special skills. Like Chris Evans would do his skateboarding. Like Brandon would be doing wire work. Like Michael had to learn all the fights. Jason had to do sword fighting. Mary was rollerblading. Like so it was kind of, and it was all in this stage. And then also we did music rehearsal during that period and rehearsing the extra scenes. So it was an amazing thing to have everybody there together.
I mean, how much of yourself in your own personality actually goes into the character, or does none at all?
Jesus. Michael's going to answer the question, and I know that when he does, he speaks for the both of us.
Well, I mean, we had it all, we rehearsed a lot, and we kind of figured out exactly what we were going to do, more or less, before we went and shot it, so... I don't know, it's a tough question. I'm sorry, I'm doing my best. I know it's been boring so far, the answer, but... Give me a second. I don't know, I think, with this movie, I just tried to do... Give me a second before you left. I just tried to do what I thought Edgar wanted, because I knew he knew exactly what he wanted the movie to be. So,
But you got married in the middle of doing your role, so you had to break out of character, or did you break out of character? Did you get married as Gideon?
Gideon is a single man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, it's, that is a very difficult question. And
technically, you're single. Gideon got married.
Oh, boy. Hello, camera. I can feel it.
Actually, I don't think they're here anymore. 2 of the Black Lips were here earlier. Who were in the thing. I think they gone already. But
yeah, I think it was the upper and lower lip. They were.
So there was a bunch of kind of like sort of younger bands that we sort of thought about. Some of whom actually appear on the soundtrack.
And then it was Nigel's idea about getting kind of Beck to do it, his suggestion, because there's something nice about getting artists to kind of play a part. So Beck isn't writing Beck songs, he's writing Sex Bomb songs.
When I got there towards the end of the shooting, and Edgar was showing me all of these clips of like very roughly edited things he had shot of all these other actors, and I had a pretty clear idea of the movie I could ruin. And I mean, I was intimidated. Everyone's performance seemed to be so incredible. I was like, oh my god, like how am I like supposed to be the evilest of all these people? Every one of these people are great and funny and evil and not evil and so complicated. And
you know, a lot of getting up and running in the morning. We did like 2 months of training. So we woke up and ran and did squats. Got a half hour of squats, then like half hour sit-ups.
You're not kidding.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Push-ups, you know, headstands. Prove it?
No, Michael.
Did you just watch the movie? The movie says it all. Let me see what you got.